You must have seen such placards in newspaper and elsewhere. In a rally or a march, sometimes a certain demand is made, asserting it to be right there, right. We get rights at birth. Every newborn baby has a right to live. The entire society and government takes efforts to ensure that the baby is in the best of health. Only when all individuals, whether from industry, exploitation, discrimination, and will they be able to develop their skills and qualities. Demanding one right is insisting on creating an atmosphere conducive to the development of the self as well as the entire society. The Indian Constitution has guaranteed equal rights to all citizens in order to create this conductive, conductive, conductive atmosphere. These rights are fundamental rights. उधर जाके करो. Go there. Go there. They are included in the Constitution. They have the statutes of the law. It is imperative right for everybody to abide by these rights. Use your imagination and write. What? No. Do you have a pet animal like dogs, cat, cow, buffalo, or goats? You surely take good care of them and love them. If these animals put you, what rights do you think will they ask from you? Our rights as mentioned in the Constitution. Let us understand as if the rights of individuals included in the Constitution. Right to equality. According to the right to equality, the states cannot discriminate among citizens as superior, inferior, or as men and women, and cannot give different treatment or privilege to anybody. The same law applies equally to all. Many gives us protection. For example, we are protected from arrest without warrant. Also, the statute cannot discriminate while extending such protection. With what other things are included in the right to equality? The state cannot discriminate against any citizen on the ground of religion, age, descent, or place of birth, or reasons for government employment. The human of untouchability that was prevalent in our country has been abolished by the law. The practice of untouchability Karna! By law, the practice has been abolished in order to establish equality in Indian society. The Constitution has also abolished statutes that create an artificial history among people. For example, treaties with Raja Maharaja Bahadur have been abolished. The right to liberty now also includes the rights to education. All children between 6 and 14 years of age are entitled to get education as a fundamental right. This ensures that no child should be deprived of education. Right against exploitation. The right against exploitation implies the right to prevent exploitation. While the Constitution has banned all types of the right against exploitation, it has made a special provision to prevent the exploitation of children. In this chapter, we study the rights to liberty and equality and the rights against exploitation. In the next chapter, we shall study about some more fundamental rights in the Constitution. Fundamental Rights Part 2. India, we know, is an important scholar country in the world. We have studied it in the previous classes, but you must be curious to know what the Indian Constitution says about it, isn't it? It is included in the right to freedom of religion. According to it, each Indian citizen is free to practice any religion and to establish for religious reasons. In order to broaden the scope of the rights to freedom of religion, two things are not permitted. State cannot impose religious taxes that might be used to encourage a particular religion. That is our constitution forbidding religious taxes. Religious education cannot be made compulsory in education institutions that receive aid from the state. We can see that there is a great diversity of festivals, food, and ways of life in our country. You may have noticed the differences in the different wedding ceremonies that you attend. All these things are part of culture of the different communities. Our constitution has given their different to preserve their natural uniqueness. In case of the adults for fundamental rights, the injured citizen right to get judicial remedies is also fundamental. This means the Constitution itself has provided for in case of such people right. So it becomes a constitutional duty to the courts to protect the rights of people. Right to constitutional remedy. Sometimes the rights that are granted to us by the Constitution may get approached. We are not able to. This is called the infringement of a law. The court investigates it and in case that rights. Protection from unknown law and arrest and detention is called habeas corpus. Mandamus. The order of the courts commanding the government to perform an action is called mandamus. To prevent a civil court from exceeding his general is called prohibition. To restrain a person from acting in an office to which he is not entitled is called quo warranto. Centrario is to order removal of the lawsuit from the sovereignty or county or superior court. In the last two chapters, we studied the fundamental rights guaranteed by our constitution. We learned what right Indian citizens enjoy. We also learned that our rights have judicial protection. We understood the importance of fundamental rights in our individual and public life. With this background, we shall now understand what the directive principles of state policy are. Fundamental rights put restriction the power of the government. A few such restrictions upon the statute are listed below. Statute shall not discriminate between and among citizens on the basis of religion, race, language, or dash. State shall not deny anybody equality before the law and the equal protection of law. No person shall be deprived of his life. State shall not impose any religious taxes. When India won independence, we faced a great challenge of establishing order and carrying out smooth administration. Eradication of poverty and backwardness and literally had to be urgently pursued. The task of nation building had to be undertaken. For this, the new policies had to be drawn up for this and this implemented taken. Bolu. The goal of our people's welfare had to be achieved. In short, India had to be transformed into a developed and progressive nation. The Constitution has specified the subjects to which the Union and the state government should give priority in the policies for people's welfare through the directive principles of state policy. Each directive contains a subject for the state policy. This makers of the Indian Constitution has realized that it would require a lot of resources if all the state policies were to be implemented at the same time. That is the reason why they did not take the directives binding upon the statute like the fundamental rights. They expected that the statute should implement them slowly and steadily. Some important directive principles of state policy. The state policy should secure an adequate mean of livelihood to all citizens without any gender discrimination. The state should secure equal pay for equal work for both men and women. The state should secure the improvement of public health. The state shall endeavor to protect and improve the environment and safeguard the forest and wildlife of the country. The state shall protect all monuments of historic interest and natural and personal. The state shall promote with special care and education the economic interests of the weaker sections of the people, especially the scheduled castes and tribes. The state shall offer public assistance to citizens in case of unemployment, old age, sickness, etc. The state shall secure a uniform civil code applicable to the entire country. In a democracy, citizens have a dual responsibility. They should not only be vigilant that their rights are not unfairly restricted, but should also fulfill some duties and responsibilities. The Constitution has made several provisions through the fundamental rights and the directive principles of state policy for the people welfare. The benefits of the various schemes and the government cannot reach of all people if they do not fulfill their fundamental duties. For example, the government has implemented several Swachh Bharat scheme, but people too need to change their habits and make public places dirty. In order to that, the citizens become conscious of the responsibility. Fundamental duties were included in the Constitution. The fundamental duties are as follows: to abide by the Constitution, respect the national flag and the Constitution, to cherish and follow the noble ideals which inspired our national struggle for freedom, to uphold and protect the sovereignty, unity and integrity of India, to defend the country and to render national service when called upon to do so, to promote harmony and the spirit of common belief, transcending difference, to renounce practices detrimental to the unity of India, to value the rich heritage of our country culture, to protect and improve the natural environment and to have competition for living creatures, to develop for scientific temper, humanism and spirit of inquiry and reform, to safeguard public property, and to adjure violence, to strive towards excellence in all spheres of individual and collective activities so that the national constituency rises higher of independence and achievement. Every citizen of India who is a great parent or guardian should provide opportunities of education to his or her child or ward between the age of 6 and 14. A boy screaming on a historical structure, hanging lemon chilies, a woman emptying a garbage on the street, damaging a public bus. Which of the funders are not being followed in the situations above? The river in our village does not look like a river at all. What an amount of plastic waste. Even if anybody tells me I will never throw any waste in the water, we should also be taking our responsibilities as citizens. That is all right, but what about to do about those defining things? People just don't seem to realize these things while celebrating festivals. It is our duty to protect the resources and public property. Let us start by step. Let us make a few resolutions. Let us tell all to go to school. Let us use a different in. Let us be proud of our country. Let us participate in the. Let us celebrate them to providing it. Let us use the public facility to make a good care of the same. Let us perform all the tasks that we have undertaken honestly, silently, and excellent. At the beginning of the civic selection, we got introduced to the goals and character features of the Indian Constitution. We have also considered the rights and the citizen legal to guaranteed to this by the Constitution. We understood the directive principle of state policy and fundamental principles. We shall study the next year. We shall study the administration of our country.